All right. Welcome back, loners. Thank you all for tuning in. We hope you all have been enjoying our recent videos and especially our recent vlog videos, which I know you jumped down and hit the subscribe button. All right, this is episode 322. All right, so today we're going to do a video called Fewer Foreign Tourists Visiting the U.S. Could Have Economic Impact. Pretty much people are not wanting to travel here. There's a travel ban that's going to be soon enacted, I know, from Trump, that it pretty much bans a lot of the Middle East countries and then African countries to come to the U.S.
Who knows by the time this is posted if it's actually in effect or not, or if it was one of the many things he speaks about and then we never hear about again.
Yeah.
We're back now with a look at the drop in the number of international tourists who are visiting the United States this year.
So a research note from Tourism Economics, which is part of Oxford Economics, says international arrivals to the U.S. are expected to fall about 9% this year. That drop is fueled by negative perceptions about recent changes to immigration policies here in America, pushing many tourists to look elsewhere. Add it all up, spending from foreign tourists expected to fall $8.5 billion this year compared to last year.
For more on this and Might Matters, let's bring in Katie Nastro. She's the spokesperson for Going. Katie, good morning. So immigration reform, as Joe just mentioned, part of the issue, but what else is behind the drop in international tourists coming here to the U.S.?
Yeah, look, Savannah, there isn't one singular reason why we're seeing a decrease in international.
I mean, I would also say, like, when you see stories like how we did the video about the Australian woman who had, like, multiple cavity searches and then got banned from the U.S. for 10 years for no reason.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's like, it's insane.
The one who had a husband.
The military husband,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like things like that happen, and it's like, I don't blame people not wanting to come.
Inbound tourism, but rather a combination of factors, such as strained international relations due to tariffs, leaving people feeling unsure about the broader global economy moving forward, worrying perceptions based on reports of detentions at U.S. borders, a stronger dollar in recent years compared to specific economies, as well as, some general negative sentiment, specifically looking at places like Canada after some of the recent administration's remarks earlier in the year. You mix that all up, and it really is a recipe for less international travelers from key markets that we're seeing.
So tell us more about why this matters. I mean, we threw out that $8.5 billion. That could be the money lost in tourism dollars this year. I mean, how big of an impact would that have on the American economy?
Yeah, look, Joe, the U.S. Travel Association projections are stating that if this trend continues, we could see travel-related revenue down or cost us $21 billion. However, there is an asterisk there. If this trend continues, we still have another half of the year to get through, as well as two of our very busy seasons when it comes to travel. You have the summer as well as the winter holidays.
Yeah.
As well as you might find that with the dollar starting to weaken against other currencies, we could see people traveling more domestically this year. Preliminary Going data is showing, based off of travelers surveyed, that while there is a healthy amount of people that are traveling internationally, there is also an just about equally amount of people traveling domestically. So it could suggest.
Yeah, I could totally see that. People jumping from state to state. Yeah.
It seems like the way to go, because just as much as people don't want to travel to America from another country, people have suspicions about visiting another country outside of here and then coming back and having issues at the border.
Yeah.
So domestic travel makes sense.
It does.
That people may shift their plans if they haven't booked any travel yet away from international travel and stay locally, and that could help make up that divide. Could help.
Broader than that, Katie, is there kind of this reciprocal issue at all, like this drop in visitors to the United States maybe making it harder or more expensive for Americans who want to travel abroad?
Yeah, Savannah, that's a great question. And look, as we've seen the dollar depreciate in the last few sort of recent weeks and months, this could impact how many people do travel abroad because of the cost, as well as if more international travelers are looking at other areas outside of the U.S., Canadians more so looking at places like Mexico, that could have the impact of if American travelers are also looking at specific destinations that other travelers are also looking at. You could find a premium cost associated with that because it is busier. Europe tends to be one of the busiest regions that we see Americans want to travel to. And if Europeans from select markets are staying local, it could have the impact of not only just being busier in general.
Well, that, and then also the bill that is possibly passing, the big beautiful bill. The big beautiful bill. It's gonna raise our deficit like $4 or $5 trillion. So this isn't gonna help either. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny seeing Musk and Trump kind of like argue with each other about
the divas are fighting.
Yeah, it's so funny.
But coming again at that cost, hotels and experiences could potentially rise in costs this year due to the fact there are so many more people.
Katie, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
I like to read some of the comments.
Yeah. Be honest, Canadians are avoiding travel to the U.S. mainly because of Trump's threats to our sovereignty.
But some Canadians love that. Like, some Canadians love Trump.
Yeah, they do.
And they want him to take over Canada.
They do.
Which is fucking insane.
They do.
Yeah. Like, I want my mom to get up and travel and stuff, but the other side of me is kind of worried about her coming back.
With immigration.
Yeah, I mean, she's a citizen, but she wasn't born here, so it's like...
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
This is weird. The comments. The only reason is Trump. I mean, yeah. I don't blame people. I wouldn't be coming here if I was international.
No, I'd probably pick some other places.
Like I was worried us coming back, and we're born here.
Yeah. All right. Leave your opinions on the comments below and why you are not traveling to the U.S. if you aren't, and why you don't care if you are. All right. Well, we'll see you on the next one. And please like and subscribe.
Bye, guys.